welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to give you some ideas of how you can transition from your Easter decor into a more neutral spring look. So if you saw my last video, we took down all of the eggs and bunnies and Easter specific decor out of my entire living area. Today, we're just going to focus on the living room and the entryway, which you're seeing behind me. And we are going to just go through and add some spring specific, more like neutral everyday decor pieces. I'm so excited to share some ideas with you guys today, and I hope you are ready. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So to get started today, I wanted to work here on my antique corner cabinet. As you can see, I've taken down pretty much all the Easter stuff. I did decide to leave out this cute little quilted bunny just because I love it and I love like the cottagey feel it has to it. It's also just some floral fabric on the back, so we could always leave him like that if we wanted to. But let's go ahead and get this styled. I'm going to take down some of the pieces and wipe it down really quick because I need to dust my living room anyway. So we're going to do that really quick. Okay, I think I'm going to move the clock onto the bottom shelf. And in front of the clock, I'm just going to add this strand of these farmhouse beads. These are just kind of a gray, like taupey color, and I'm just going to crisscross them in front. And kind of let this side hang off the edge there. And that way it just gives a little more interest to the front of this shelf. And then these two shelves are going to be a little more decorated. So I think I'm going to move Grant's picture here onto the middle shelf. I really need an updated picture of him, but he was not very good for his school pictures this year. He did not smile in either one, so maybe I just need to print off like a random picture from my phone that's really good. So with Grant's picture, I'm gonna keep the quilted bunny. I will give you guys a close-up look at all of this when we get finished as well. To this shelf, I'm also going to add this tiny little oil lantern. I recently got this from my grandmother's house, and it's just clear, but I think it's just gonna fit really well into that whole cottage style. So we're just gonna sit this here. And that's kind of why I wanted to keep all of the nice like breakable decor up higher, because Grant can reach this shelf, but not so much these yet. And then to the top shelf, I'm gonna add a little bit more color, a little bit more spring flair. So let me see if I can bring you guys in closer. The first thing I'm gonna add is just this little bud vase with the chicken wire around it, and I'm gonna put a couple of these Real Touch tulips in here. I had these all in my kitchen for Easter, but I'm not really doing the color specifics. Like for Easter, I had pink and purple in the kitchen and then greens and blues in the living room. And now I'm just kind of gonna mix everything together. I don't really feel like being too specific with the spring decor. I just want it to look nice and festive and bright. So there we've got our tulips in this little bud vase. Another new piece to me that I'm excited to use is this painted saw blade. So it is a real saw blade. It's actually kind of sharp on the ends, but it has been painted, and I got this from my grandmother's house, and I remember when we had these done. So my grandmother had some, and also like the big tree saws with like the handles on each end, we had those painted, and my mom had some in her house as well. So they knew a lady that would paint these, and so this is just the perfect little spring scene with the tractor in the field and all the blooming trees and bushes. So I'm gonna add this up here. And it actually works out perfectly because this shelf still has the original plate rail on it. So it helps to hold that up. I might scoot those back just a tad. And then over here on this side, I'm just going to add a little wooden riser. Fun fact, this is actually the lid to an old candle. I'm going to sit this right here, and then I'm just going to add a little wooden house on top to complete the look. I was going to keep this little sign up here. It says Hello Spring, but I think I'm going to move it onto my tier tray just because I have something else over here that's gonna say like spring on it. So I don't want it to be too close. So I think this is how we are going to have our corner shelf styled for spring this year. The entryway table. Again, as you can see, we've taken down all of the Easter stuff. This is an egg shape, but it says Happy Spring on it. So I am going to leave this out. I'm going to move it onto the bottom shelf, but let's go ahead and wipe this down and then we'll get to styling it. I'm going to add this little, like, I guess you would probably call this like a dresser scarf. This came from my grandmother's house. It's just a creamy white color, but it's pretty kind of like eyelet material with just some leaves on there. And it's not like a table runner, like it won't span across the whole entryway table, but I do like the cottage feel it has. Also kind of brightens up this wood top. I don't mind the wood top maybe in like the summertime or fall time when you want those more brown tones, but I really like this and how it kind of brightens up and makes everything stand up off the wood. So if you saw my last video where I shared with you my birthday haul, you saw this wax warmer that I got for my birthday. It has like a wood grain look to it with all these pretty leaves. Very nice for year-round, but obviously good for spring as well. So we're gonna style this, and I'm going to put it on a little wooden riser. I want to add some visual height to it, but also kind of stand it off of this as well. And then under it, I'm just going to add a small little round doily, again, just for some more visual interest. And we are gonna get this plugged up. So I went to Walmart the other day. My mom got me a couple scents to go in the wax warmer. They were more like lemon forward. I'm gonna use those for summer, but I went to Walmart and picked up this pack to use now for spring. It is called Hello Gorgeous Vanilla Rose and Pink Pear. It smells very good. The wax is red, which I would have preferred for it to be more of a springy color, but I really did like this scent. So we're gonna go ahead and put some of these in here and get the room smelling really good for spring. Okay, and here on this side of the table, we are going to style my tiered tray. This tiered tray is from Hobby Lobby. I've had it for many, many years, and I really enjoy just like the wooden tones of it, and as well as the simplicity. So let's go ahead and get this styled for spring. To this little metal pitcher, I'm gonna add some of these dogwood stems that I have. It's a really long stem, but I'm just gonna go ahead and trim these off, and that way I can use them in different kinds of bud vases and anything for years to come. Base of the entry table, I'm going to keep it pretty much the same. I'm going to use this basket as is with the greenery and the white flowers. It really ties in nicely with the top. I'm going to add in that Ray Dunn egg that says Happy Spring and just a nice lantern here and call it good. Rest of today's video, all we really need to work on are the end tables here in the couch area, as well as the TV cabinet that you see behind me. So we're just going to switch around a few things, pretty much keep it really simple and almost as is, but I'm going to show you guys how I style those. Then we will take the final look at my spring decor for the living room and entryway. For this end table, I'm going to pretty much keep it the same. Grant has still been really enjoying playing with this basket. I'm going to take this little bunny out of it and stuff, but we're just going to leave that here for the rest of spring. I'm going to give my table a quick dust. I finally found some of the Daisy multi-surface cleaner at Target this morning. They finally just now put out the Mrs. Meyer's Spring Scents, and Daisy is one of my favorites, so I was really excited to have this. this end table, since I added the wax melter onto the entryway table, I'm gonna take this down. This is just a galvanized lantern and I do have a candle in it, but I don't want like too many candles all around the house. So we're just going to take that out and switch it out for something else. Let's give this table a wipe down. I thought it would be cute to just layer some pieces here. So I have this homebody book. It's by Joanna Gaines. I thrifted this a few weeks back for $5, I think. It doesn't have the original dust jacket on it, but that's okay. I really like the linen look of this anyway. So I think I'm going to put this here and then just add this Hello Spring sign on top. Maybe we'll angle it a little. And then we'll add the coasters back and that will be it for this table. I like to keep our end tables simple. They are very small and narrow because our sectional is so big, and they also get bumped a lot by a crazy little toddler who happens to live here. So we don't really keep breakable decor on the end tables, and I like to keep them pretty simple. And then down here we just have our giant basket of all the holiday candy. Right now it's basically filled with Easter treats. So here on the TV stand, I'm gonna add this sign back here. We keep Grant, he has some kinetic sand toy back in here, and I don't love the way that looks, but it is a really good storage spot for it. But I'm gonna put this sign back in here. I also don't love this sign much anymore just because it does have the buffalo check, and I don't have any more buffalo check. But I haven't really found another one that's this size, that's neutral to go here, so maybe that should be on my Hobby Lobby list. And then I'm just going to add this book to my book stack here. Since I took the Joanna Gaines book and put it on the end table, I'm just gonna add this here for a little more oomph. If you're curious what kind of like books I have, this is just a hiking book that my husband got for his birthday one year. And then I have these two books. This one is Make Something Good Today by Erin and Ben Napier, and this is Heirloom Rooms by Erin Napier. These are the people on the HGTV show Hometown, my favorite show. I like it better than Fixer Upper. So I am more of an Erin Napier girl, not a Joanna Gaines girl, but I love these books. If you're looking for good design books, these are really nice. Okay, that's gonna wrap up today's spring decorating video here in my living room and entryway. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video and that it gave you some decor inspiration for the spring season. I loved how the corner cabinet turned out, the entryway table, and how it's just like nice and neutral, but also with those florals and a little bit more pop of color for the spring season. stay tuned. Next week we will be doing some spring decorating in the kitchen. I have some fantastic new pieces that I can't wait to share with you in that room, and I hope you guys are excited for more decorating inspiration. If you liked today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click that red subscribe button down below if you haven't already. At Kindly Katey, I love to do lots and lots of seasonal decorating videos and cleaning and some mom life as well. All right, guys, I will see you very, very soon with a brand new video. Bye.